Hello, YouTube friends. Welcome. We are gonna do a gauntlet today. That's where I play against and draft and play against viewers and chat instead of randos on Arena. We do that by hopping over to MTGAdraft.tk, a third-party website made by Senryoku. And that allows us to draft off client and then export our resulting decks into the Arena client, and then we use the friend challenge system there to battle out games. And since I got 7 awesome viewers taking the time today to help me make content and sit around waiting for their turn in the gauntlet, I like to make sure all 7 participants get a chance to play. So instead of best of 3, we do a 7-game best of 1, and that creates a little nice 7-game set. 4 wins takes the week, 5 wins or 6 wins from chat gets a shopping trip with my hard-earned gems at the Arena Bling store. And then if chat 7 owes me, which they have not managed so far to date, well, we discuss haircuts because they become my what do you say, style, not your style council. That's a Paul Weller band. Who's your when you've got someone in charge of your personal stylist, you know? I'm going to turn chat to be my personal stylist. We'll see how that goes. Let's not, actually. That's why when I greet my friends in Discord before the event, I like to say have fun to everybody, but good luck to only 6. Only 6 of my opponents today are allowed good luck. I just want at least one of them to mold a 5 and then never find a third land. Not one Magic non-game to save the hair a Friday is fine with me. Checking out my sponsor, Card Kingdom, is more than fine with me. It helps keep me on the air. I'm going to be talking with my buddy Kevin at Card Kingdom next week. We're going to take a look at the numbers. We're going to see how exactly how closely y'all have been listening to me when I respectfully request that when you're shopping for magical cardboard that you keep Card Kingdom in mind, and if you give them a chance at your business to use my affiliate links. That's what Kevin and I are going to look over next week. And I know I got some dedicated players and viewers around here who really hear me on that and make a point to do their retail through me at Card Kingdom when the deal is there, and I appreciate it so much. It's a big reason why I am still here playing with you today. So thanks so much, Card Kingdom, for the support, and thanks to everybody who hears my call on that request. Much appreciated. I'm gonna hop over to left monitor now. We'll take a look at the scene at MTGAdraft.tk. No frills, and that's how I like it. I don't need any frills. I need a tool to draft Magic for free, and that's what Senryoku has given us. It's great. Besides some of the obvious benefits, like not costing gems, it just costs wild cards, but you get to draft and play in pod. That's not even something that that Arena offers natively in the system. If we wanted to do this in Arena without a third-party site and we're willing to pay for it, we couldn't. It doesn't. The ability to draft and play with the same people just isn't there unless you use a third-party site like this. So, really appreciate having it around to accomplish stuff like this. I can't remember. I think I've mentioned this. My friend Alexis is here. I don't remember. We can totally make an Arena Masters set. The tech here is actually good enough. It's not you not only can you upload cubes like we're doing today, but you can define effectively rarity sheets and actually construct boosters. So you can from Arena cards, you can use this website to actually make your own complete sets in a remastered / masters style. Anyway, let's take a look here. I want to make sure I'm not lagging too behind because cube is tough. We got to figure out. I'm looking for just extreme turn-over turn power, or an obvious build around, or just straightforward 2-for-1s, or a clean build around. I don't think it's necessary she's like first pick here, but like Dean of Radiance is a great aggro weenie build around. Witch of the Moors, better keep an eye on my clock. what a life gain payoff. I mean, if you can play this and gain life on the same turn, the value chain here on Witch of the Moors is bonkers if you can get that going. I like 2 for 1 in the Voracious Hydra. It's also kind of the only green card here. I like thinking of the signals I'm sending in cube. It does matter. And I think even on that front, like, you can take a Skittering Surveyor to stay open, but I don't think it's powerful enough as a first pick in cube. I want Planeswalker level power, obvious 2 for 1s. Like, Muldrifter is interesting too. I think I'm going to take the Hydra because of color scarcity, and I do like a green ramp strategy. My other thought is to just actually go ahead and take the Dean, or even take some frosting and icing here. Icing frosting. This just sounds like a dessert at a icing death frost tyrant. So, well, I guess I'm going to go Hydra. But as is classic in cube, you can almost start anywhere and justify it. It's like, what do you want to do? What are you thinking? How are you getting there? And now the question is, am I going to just marry the green and try to keep that going with like a Demolisher pick? Or just stay open here and try to find what's the, like, is there a best, a cleanly best card? Like, I really like Mikaeus. If I had started with the White Weenie enabler, we could just go into the Lunarch. But this is how cube goes. You know, you kind of pick your lane. And unless you're really just smashing into somebody in exactly the same lane, you can kind of carve it out and even share it a little bit and be fine. This requires some thinking and some working, and this sets us up towards a ramp direction. But man, when you can power this out on a mutate, you can this can just be something that another deck can't deal with, but it might even wheel. Like, I don't know how much the table respects or cares about this. This is not one that shows up a lot. This is interesting, but pretty aggro. Like, I want to cast this and be drawing cards, right? You want to be playing this in like some sort of weenie go wide, where when you drop this, you're drawing some cards. Maybe we could end up there. Draco Lich, Mass Vandal. There's mana. Mana's always important, but I still want to carve my lane out. Kaya. Yeah, Kaya is an interesting choice. I'm gonna take that, I guess. That means that requires some more building around. Pelt Collector gets there. That's the kind of thing I want. If I'm going to take the Bearer. Kind of just timed out that pick. I don't know. Oh, there's also Vorinclex, though. I think I go Vorinclex and we just start to try and go big green. Palladium Mirror on the ramp is nice there. You like the Draco Lich there, Alexis? That's fair. I'm going to cut green here and see if it pays off. I like a big green ramp deck. Somebody will die to it, right? Oh, is there not ramp in this? Surely there's ramp. Better look. Now you're scaring me. Goose. Llanowar Elves is in here. Incubation Druid. Paradise Druid. Tangled Florahedron. I hear you, though. It's not just like flooded with ramp. We got to prioritize it. And I'm passing a Palladium Mirror here, so I acknowledge that. Maybe I was supposed to take the mirror even. I do like the color cut, though. It matters. Hey, look, I'm not last pick. Somebody else is blah, blah, blahing even more. Oh, Rob got here too late with the blah, blahs. I was actually already in progress. Oh, poor Rob. Bestiary is interesting with the mono green start we've got, but this is 2-mana ramp. It's not glorious, but so is Emergent Sequence is ramp, but it's killable ramp. Still, I think I take Sequence over Paradise. Does that make sense? The Sequence makes a creature that can attack better. This gives us multiple colors. This is any color, and this is just going to get us the land type we fetch. But this can attack. So let's take the one that can attack and is one thins, and also this cuts color again as well, right? So I'm going to do that. Maybe we can wheel the Bestiary. If nobody is doing the green thing, this could come around, which would be pretty cool with where we're headed. Yes. Emergent Sequence fixes one color forever, but Paradise, all of them forever, assuming not killed, of course. Escape to the Wilds would be an interesting splash. Love this card if you can get the splash in. Fauna Shaman. Not ramp, but finding any card or any creature card when you've got a toolboxy, you got a Hydra, something top end like this, a bearer that might draw a bunch of cards. We can go God of the Tree. Let's do that. It's ramp, and it's we can maybe head into this backside. If we can't do the bridge, okay, but like taking it as, you don't want 3-mana ramp is on a creature. It's only 1. Like at least the other 3-mana ramp on a creature was 2. That's true. Legendary creatures also become ramp. That's fair. But anyway, my point is, even though this isn't amazing ramp at 3, it's still ramp. It's still what we're doing. And then we have this 5-color dream that we can consider. The color pie means nothing to green as long as it can go fetch other colors, right? Baral is a fun build around. I do love the spells deck when it comes together. Nightpack Ambusher is really best at an instant speed in an instant speed deck. The idea of this card, of course, is that you don't do anything. You play at instant speed. You don't do anything on your turn, and make a 3/3, and then do something on their turn, right? That is powerful if you're operating at instant speed. It's medium in our deck, frankly, right now. We have no instant speed action. Helm of the Host is something interesting. But yeah, even as a 4/4 flash, it doesn't stink. And maybe we'll find some mana sinks that give us a late game situation where we do just let it pass and we have other things to do. And we can look for prioritize instant speed here. But again, with the color cutting, I just like letting this table know I'm the green drafter. Hook me up, please. And I'm saying here, look, I'm hooking you up. There's good cards here. Great lands, Esper control lands. Like there's Esper control going by big time. But we're gonna stick to the plan. Jeez, it's hard not to. It's mostly looking at colors, right? Because that's the thing. You're like Sheldred here, still being here makes me almost just want to take that and go ahead and go for kind of reanimation. I think we Huntmaster is very, very tempting here, but Sheldred is a build around that's just I mean, not even necessarily build around. This is the thing. We're going to try and get more ramp. This is a more impressive ramp target than Huntmaster even. I don't like leaving the green to quote signal, you know, but I'm going to take Shieldred. I just feel like Shieldred is too good to pass here at this point in the draft. We might get the creature tutor creature, and then we get Hornet Queen. Hello, friend. This is not a bad land for us, but I'm gonna keep taking the top end, and boy. Yeah, Bolt Boat's pretty cool, but Hornet Queen, when I'm in trying to ramp in green, is kind of exactly where I want to be. Yeah, exactly. Pablo knows. Pablo knows. I mean, outside of a Wrath, it's one of those cards that's often the answer to the question, how do they get out of this, right? Well, we got this unless they Wrath or they have Hornet Queen. And ETBing, you know. All right, so Sign in Blood is solid value in a color we've picked up, but I'd rather just take a dual land here. Let's see. Cycling duel over, yeah, I guess cycling is going to be better than, especially if we splash red and have the splash color and want to get something else. But yeah, it's just a, all right, maybe. I mean, this is up here too, so obviously our need is at the low end. The card I was excited about came back anyway, the Demolisher, as did the other green card in the pack, the Vandal. Yeah, it's true. We can play this without red cards just because cycling on lands is good. That's a fair point. Blooming Marsh helps us with Shieldred, but I'm not worried about that. Yeah, Vandal could be very... I'm on one of the green cards here. I want this, though. But, I mean, this is a 2-drop, but are we casting this on 2 happily? Like, not ever. This is really just a removal spell. It's a good one, but so is this to that end. I'm going to go with my greed.
Point is, ladies and gentlemen, that greed is good.
Pelt Collector here, though. And really exciting to see all this green come back. I'm not sure any... I think so far, like, all the green we've passed has come back. Basically. Maybe I've missed one, but really the green lane, we did it. I'm not saying we're the only green drafter, but we've certainly carved out a solid green lane. We just need the cards to be there now, and the mana the fixing and the ramping to flow. Bestiary, I was talking about, came back. So did Escape. We have the Thicket. Maybe Escape as a one-shot Bestiary style card is even better. What do you think? You liking Bestiary? Or Escape for the one-shot huge value? I'm gonna go Bestiary. We do want to do the creature thing here. Fauna Shaman comes back. Oh man, Pathway though. If we do the Shieldred thing though, this is what I'm talking about. This is too much of a good combo. I know the grown-up pick is the land, maybe, but this is a synergy pick that's also it's a 2-drop. Like we kind of just need those. I'll take the Veil. Savior suggests nobody's in the mono white. Loxodon and Giant Killer are a reason to be there. Mirror still works with Bestiary, right? It's just cast a creature. It's not like green creature. black. I don't like Timuret for our deck. Not great. I mean, I take a Primal Might, but we're not... might not have many targets, you know? That being said, probably the pick over Mirror, although if we've cut the color, this ought to wheel. So I would think that this wheels with how we've cut the color. So now I'm thinking, you know, we could even hedge white. Yeah, that's true. This is some self-mill. Maybe that is a worthy hedge. I just think we don't need to prioritize the might. So I like Perilous Mirror or Timuret. And Timuret might wheel as well. It's true, we'll make the deck. But so I think I'm going to be, especially if I would still really like to play this Shieldred, meaning that we hopefully have some access to black removal. So I'm going to take the Mirror to slot in at 2. It works with the Bestiary, and I think we wheel the Might. And if not, I think we wheel the Dead. Mastery is a fun card, but kind of the opposite of what we're doing. Dragon's Guard Elite, though, is kind of not what we're doing either. I thought this was a different one than it is. But what? Vastwood Surge. I guess we can take the Surge. That's us, right? It's more us than anything else in this pack, I think. Chainted Adversary is in the black lane a bit. Stitcher's Supplier does the reanimation thing, but we don't know 100% we're doing that yet. And if this doesn't wheel, we probably shouldn't be doing it. Teamer Prowess card. Oh, that's what you mean that this is? Yeah. So we could still take it, though, and maybe get there. But I feel like with our top end growing, I just want the Vastwood Surge. I'm going to do it. I think that's our card. We've identified that the ramp is not heavy here, so let's make sure we get what we can. This Hydra can take advantage of whatever mana we can get down. Hornet Queen on 7, Shieldred on 7. Fixing for the Shieldred. Yeah, the Elite would be a very kind of sad Grizzly Bear. I mean, you know, we have a Vastwood Surge here or whatever, and maybe we find some black removal, but it's not enough to justify that pick. Bala Ged Recovery. We're so open, we could just do that, but also Fine Finality has some... You know, giving us a sweeper is interesting. It's a sweeper for smaller stuff. Like, we can get bigger than this. But it's not early defense. And these spell lands are hard to pass just because of the value. Oh, yeah, and a Witness here, too. I'm not taking a close enough look at this, probably. Bolt, a strong... early interaction. I'm still trying to lean black, I suppose, although the red is the red as pair color is really making itself known, including ramping to like a Fight with Fire. Maybe I should embrace that. What about that? What about like taking the Bolt and embracing the openness of red and using red as our tool to survive the early game? Witness is strong, but it's a 4-drop. You know, I think this is what our deck needs more. I'm starting to come around on the Alexis suggestion. And hey, if this Triome comes back, we'll take that. You like Garg? Yeah, another great choice. Just heading in the... It's in the wrong end of where we want picks right now. So I'm gonna hedge. It's just a hedge. We're not definitely red yet, but if we end up there, I think that's a good one. And then Paradise Druid, just we slam that. Not much. I mean, Dryad, though, kind of does that too. And yeah, so does Pima, but I think we take the 2-drop ramp, and then we hope we wheel one of the others. Yeah, if we get them both, we'll take Rishkar, but we'd happy to get Dryad and Rishkar back. And given that I think we've carved out the green lane nicely, somebody else either might have already been in it at the end of pack 1 or have found it open enough to get into it in pack 2. So I don't think we're the only green drafter, but if there's only like one other green drafter and nobody hates it, then we should probably get one of those. One of those back here. Legendary, how are we doing Legendary? We've got Sheldred, Vorinclex, Toski, Sika. So like 4. Not great. I know you're winking, but there's your count. Gruul Friends was this pack though, right? Or was that pack 1? If Gruul Friends was this pack, we might get it back. If it was pack 1, obviously that time has passed. Well, that's kind of stinky. You can take Mirari's Wake if we want to find a way to splash some white. Well, it's a Triome, but it's not... Oh, yeah, it's a black Triome. Yeah, we can take that one. I'm still thinking red at this point, but we could also take, if we wanted to consider the black lane, Nightmare is interesting. Key? Oh, I should look at this, yeah. These new cards don't quite register with me very well, but I think you're right. Thank you. Good call. We'll do that. Still want some more 2-mana ramp so we can get to these on 3, like the Vastwood Surge and the Key. But having 2 4-mana ramps really makes me want to find some additional 1 and 2-mana ramp. We're at pack 2, pick 5, though, I think, and we've carved out the lane, so I'm pretty hopeful here. Llanowar Visionary is some more, and we'll do it. I do want this Deathcap Glade, but I'm taking the ramp I see. That's the priority. And Creature Ramp with Bestiaries is nice, too. And our 3 was pretty thin. Here, while we're waiting, I'll hop to this view and give Rob...
Blah, 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 blah,
No, blah, blah, blah!
A bit of a non sequitur since I'm blahing about the intended topics, but you know. Gotta scoop up them channel points. Ranger class, love it. That's a 2. Treasure map, not bad, but Ranger class, and you know, Ranger class doesn't trigger Bestiary, but we're not gonna be sad about this at all. Massacre Worm, interesting if we get into the blackness, but stick to the core here. It's coming together. It's kind of funny. We go 4 gap 6+. I mean, Hydra can slot anywhere. We'll put Hydra at 5 to make ourselves feel better. Let's put this at 4. I like the idea of Demolisher on Perilous Mirror. That's cool. I got a 6/6 trample, and if it dies, something takes 2. Oh yeah, Demolisher on Indestructible is very nice. Good call. Finale of Devastation is really nice, but Guardian Idol, ugh, gotta take the ramp. 2-mana ramp. We're trying to go 2-mana ramp into 4-mana ramp into boom. So Finale is more of what we've got, and Idol is more of what we need. Although this is effectively ramp, it's easy to think of this as like, oh, I'm trying to get this to be an X of 7 or whatever. But you can cast this for an X of 1 and get your 1 mana mana ramper if you need to. But, 3 mana to get a Llanowar Elves is not where you want to be. So we're not going to prioritize that here. And now I'm feeling quite good. With another pack to gather up 1 or 2 more ramp creatures, we hope. We start to just think in terms of making sure we're getting our ETB naturalized green creature, that kind of thing. And Timuret does come back around, so we can take that. Golden Egg is a play on 2, but we're not going to take it. Timuret, if we end up in the black lane, is fine. Channel would be interesting, but Channel is really busted with the colorless creatures. Because the trouble with Channel, when I get to 4 mana, I can do something pretty busted with a Hydra. When I get to 4 mana, I can cast a Vorinclex. It's like Channel, you really just want to be powering out stupid colorless things on turn 2. That's the dream of Channel. Harbor as a hedge to blue, but again, suppliers here for the reanimation lane potentially. Doesn't even seem that strong. I almost like if we do end up in this lane, it wouldn't surprise me if we don't play this. Yeah, we could get some. Maybe I get play with fire, and we just have some extra with the thicket. Maybe we jund them out here. I don't think Stitcher Supplier is important enough for us. And look at this lane we carved, gang. What are we doing? What do we even take here? Look, there's 3 colors in my pile right now, Pablo. What 3-color tribe are they? Jund. Are we strong enough that we just take recovery, or do we maybe take time? Maybe take Gargaroth. We don't have the 5 yet. I'm gonna take Gargaroth because hail. All right, Rishkar came back. What was the other one? Oh yeah, the other one, extra lands one. The lands are showing up when they're not quite the ones I'm hoping for, but we'll take a Sun Petal over a Magma Quake. I don't like the double red here. But yeah, deck is basically done here at the end of pack 2. It's passable. We'll take the... Here we go. That's a gift land. We're going to take that over the Go Wide critter here. Hall of Oracle's not really for us. I like Rider. Platinum Angel is a fun ramp target against some opponents. Hydra is going to wheel. Harvester is reasonable. This is kind of our 2 colors. Does this do anything useful for it? Look at the top 5. Any number of them in... Okay. That's just all right. Yeah, Giant is interesting at 3. I think the Murderous Rider that jumps out at me. It's double black is not the best though. I don't mind double black on 7. Double black on 3 is tougher. Yeah, Awakened Inferno is an interesting win con, but it's not a job we need filled. So I'd rather do fill out the curve or pick up some removal. Or pick up, Dragon Skull lets us split our fixing a little bit. Yeah, so one of these 3s, Alexis likes the Rider. That's where I started. I still do want to play Shieldred. Again, you don't even need to do too much building. You just play Shieldred when you have 7 mana. It's like, oh. I gotta kill that. Sometimes they do. I'll take Rider. If Alexis is on that page, well, I can just blame her if it all goes horribly wrong. None of this is ramp. Ren. Swordtooth is, you're not wrong. I mean, maybe I'm not giving this enough of a legit consideration. These additional land cards, the problem is you just run out of lands really quickly. So unless you're really having tools to fill your hand with additional land, the extra land clause isn't amazing. That's true. Bestiary does help with that. Ren and 7 helps with that too. I think if we think this would actually be reasonable in our deck, though, I'd almost rather take like just a Null Priest of Oblivion that we can play on 2 if we're desperate, and use it as reanimation. So I don't think anybody wants a Swordtooth, and I think all this green wheels. I kind of would almost rather just consider the Poison the Cup, but I'm gonna take Null Priest. If there's a card called Unholy Heat, I didn't even read it. What is this? I got to remember to read these new cards. 1 mana, equip 2. Equipped creature has trample. When it deals combat damage to a player, seek a card with mana value equal to that damage. Wow. Yeah, we could Unburial, although we do have a white duel, so that is not out of the question. But yeah, Giant does what we want, right? I'm kind of overthinking it, but mainly I was reading. Look, I was actually reading. I think that would we try this if it came around? I don't know. Definitely Beanstalk Giant here, though. I should have talked about the Karn pick last time. I wasn't really thinking of it as a card for this deck, but it would have been solid. Yeah. With the Bestiary, I guess I'm leaning creatures, but I might not even play this. You know, this is the type of card that sometimes gets cut. Augur is cool. And I think we take Augur. Oh, Gilded Lotus is big ol' ramp. Ulamog, fun ramp target. This is what I'm talking about with your channel plan. And then we have Vraska and Polly. I think we just take the Augur and figure that green is pretty darn open, which means green gold cards should be extra open. 2 green gold cards means we got to get one of these back, unless somebody can be doing 5 color and somebody else might cut it or something. I don't know. But I'm going to take Augur over this stuff. And yeah, it's all now trying to upgrade parts anyway. Augur should wheel, but so should the other stuff that I was thinking of taking. It's one of those spots where I think that no matter how we pick it, what we want to come back is likely to. Farmland helps with the, if we wanted to do the white. But do we even take that? What was the white about? It was, oh yeah, it was the other side of that reanimator spell. Let me just take the Haven. Seems right on plan. Nobody's been interested in green-white lands anyway. This ought to wheel. We didn't take Unburial, no. We took something else. I think Unburial wheels anyway. I don't think anybody's doing that, but us a little bit. Could just cut the red. Arena. This is ramp. This is not exactly what the deck is doing. I think we'll take what the deck is doing. This is very powerful, though. Kiora is ramp, and, you know, we can actually cast some stuff to trigger it. Not the Hornet Queen, though. Maybe this isn't a Pelt Collector deck. I mean, I guess if it comes down on one, it just kind of becomes a problem. But it seems like so not how we're trying to win the game, you know? Whereas Oracle seems like exactly how we're trying to win the game. Can't pass Oracle. Can't. Cutting Ambusher, cutting Pelt Collector. Dominate is great too. But I'm just going to focus on the plan. We might have low on interaction, means that we're kind of doing our thing. And if they blow up the world or do their thing faster, we're kind of in trouble. But if we can just do our thing, we should be in good shape. Temple Garden, interesting. Green Seeker, more options in the ramp lane. Yawgmoth, let's see, what does this even do? Really? I'll highlight as I read it. Protection from humans for a 2/4. Pay 1 life, sack a creature, -1 counter on another creature and draw a card. So I do like that for chewing up mana dorks once they have used up their usefulness. And then we can pay 2 black and discard a card to proliferate. We're maybe doing a little of that, but not a ton. Alexis says Yawgmoth is just brutal. Green Seeker is kind of is on plan though. It's a little bit clunky. It doesn't always work. I'll give Alexis's pick a try. I don't even know if we maybe main deck it. Like that's here's a 3-mana rock. Are we playing that? I don't think we need that mana. I don't think we need this at this point. Are we actually doing this? It just feels like we have this curve spot covered so well that this is not going to be what we're doing. But I don't see anything here really making the cut. Yeah, should I just take the temple in case we have... Yeah, this is a weird pack where I just don't think anything makes the cut. All of this came back kind of as we expected. I think ramping into Ren is fine. You like Glasspool? I don't want to have to support blue. I think we just take Ren. Swarm Shambler. Yeah, we got some of that. We'll see. Maybe I was supposed to, with all of our support for everything. Yeah, maybe we can... I don't think we start with this, but once my hair is safe, I'll bring that in. We'll try it. So here's the pack where I expected at least one of the 2 black-green cards to come back. This did. We're going to take it. I don't know if we play it. I don't know. There's a lot of question marks here. I mean, this kind of does the thing. We're not... I'll take it. We're not going to play anything here, though. Yeah, a little interaction from Pelucranos, not the worst. I'm gonna take the God's Willing. That seems more annoying. I mean, this is kind of fixing in the thing. Well, yeah, we're a little low on duels. I didn't prioritize them like Alexis would have, and like I often do. But when I can get into a heavy green lane, sometimes it just feels like they're not really needed. You're just doing it with the green. But then you end up with way more picks than you need, and you're like, well, some of those could have been lands. So Reclaimer, are you good enough? I don't think so. But the quality of those cards you're passing up does matter, and the signals and all that stuff. So I don't know. Well, Magic is hard. Who knew? So let's do ramp. I'm going to do my ramp over here. There's my 2s. Here's my 3s. I'm going to call Augur style cards and Oracle style ramp. Move this over here for now. Just trying to look at what we're ramping with and if we want all of it. Do we want all of it? Definitely want all the 2s. Not much makes non-green. We got Paradise Druid. We got Emergent Sequence fetching, but not fixing. Key to the Archive fixes. So, but of it all, not a ton, honestly. Oh yeah, sorry, Kiora belongs in the ramp crowd. Did I miss any others? Sika. Anything else? No. Oh, Beanstalk Giant. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Another one. So, a lot here. Huh. Probably can trim some of our worst ramp, which is good to say. But maybe we don't need to. Maybe we trim, like, the stuff that's in the early game not doing the primary thing. Like, I think overthinking Sheoldred, like with Timuret, for example, I don't want to do that. And I'm going to cut this for now. Yeah, this is the hard part. This is the hard part. Do we need all of this just general goodness? Do we have too many ramp targets? Is Vorinclex doing enough? I mean, it's just annoying. If your opponent is doing anything with counters, planeswalkers, that kind of thing, it's so annoying. Maybe a Gargaroth or a Wrenn can give. Like we only play one of these. Yeah, Pelucranos likes Vorinclex for sure. That makes sense. Should I cut a 5? Or yeah, cut Vorinclex and just go with the Gargaroth. Is that that's fair. And Gargaroth is at a less crowded part of the curve. Hydra. Oh man, Vorinclex with Hydra is pretty cool too, though. Vorinclex is good with Wrenn, frankly. Well, in Cube, it's not necessarily win more. Fauna Shaman maybe could go. Maybe I Yeah, the Perilous Mirror can go. I gotta make some cuts. Gotta make some cuts. Is this a Toski deck even? Right now we're on 18 creatures. That's pretty Toskily. You like cutting the Beanstalk Giant? Enters untapped for one thing. I like that about it. I can get behind cutting the Surge, though. Rishkar is ramp. You put a counter on it and something else. Your Ranger class token. Maybe it's tough, though, because we don't have a ton of 1s and 2s that are going to pick up a counter, if that's what you mean. And to that end, if we don't play that, I don't know. Is that cutting too much of the ramp? Maybe that is a cut. That's a fair point. But it is, I mean, I guess Visionary draws a card. So it's kind of like a worst case Visionary, but yeah, it's true. Although at that, the main concern is whether it's a good play on turn 3. Are we getting full value out of this when we cast this on turn 3? We don't necessarily have the deck that is doing that unless we want to put back a Reclaimer or a Pelt Collector. And I'm trying to move towards moving things out. I think I even cut a Null Priest here. Oh man. You'd rather cast what on 2? How, I mean, what? I like rainbows too, but what's like wishing a card did something? Like what do you mean? I just don't understand your point, because obviously we don't have any tools to cast it on 2, so I don't even know what you're saying. That's interesting. So I mean, let's what if we do pull that? Still get a good chunk of ramp. Maybe the Vastwood Surge becomes more interesting because it goes the 2 to the 4 on 3 thing. And like, what about Asika? Why, like, we're talking about medium ramp at 3. 1-4. We're not really looking to do this backside. That's not going to happen. So I would cut Asika, I think, before Beanstalk Giant. And probably before Rishkar. I mean, like, Asika's 3 mana to be a 1-4 that taps. And whereas this is at least a 3-3 that taps, right? That's better than Asika. So if we're going to cut a 3 mana ramp, let's do that. And with all of this ramp and best of 1, this can be a 16-card deck, despite the big top end. The idea is we're going to hit our first 4 land drops, and the rest is ramp, and is going to get us to the big stuff. Somewhat depends on whether or not you've got the mana sinks. Because if you got great late game mana sinks, you can still just keep the usual 17 and just try to take advantage of the sinks. But we don't have turn-over turn mana sinks that I see, unless I'm missing something. I guess this is fight as a mana sink. So I'm going to be greedy and go 16, and then I think we cut one of our top-end-ish cards here. Something, or maybe the Toski. If we don't think Toski is really doing it, I question whether or not we're really on this plan. What's our creature count now? Still at 17. Bestiary still plays, I think. So Vorinclex was Alexis's suggestion. But yeah, I'm more on Toski, I think. I think I'm going to go with my gut, cut a Toski, and stick with 16 for now. And then see if I can't pick up a win with this pile. The Demolisher got worse though too, because I also cut the some of the low creatures this can go on. So yeah, I could also bring it back and cut like the Demolisher. Maybe I'll put this one up to chat. All right, final. Should we do final add or final cut? Let's go final cut because there's some choices here. So no voting to try and get my hair. Just this is fun Magic discussion time. Vote for real. So we'll do Vorinclex, Sawtusk, Toski, and I guess Ren and 7 could be on the table. It seems like, yeah, I'll put Ren on the table. It's not a creature, so it doesn't work with our Bestiary. So if we're trying to find a top end to cut, it's doing a similar job ultimately as a lot of our other cards and doesn't work with at least one of our cards. In fact, yeah, maybe this means we should put back like Perilous Mirror and cut 2 of these big ends. But let me start here and see what chat thinks. I think we keep the Elder Gargaroth in though. I'm not going to put that on the cut list. That's gonna play. So we'll cut one of these. Maybe just call that a deck to start, and then we can toy with it as we go. That's true. If things are going well, we actually have 9 mana, but only 5 lands. So that's a fair observation about Ren as well. Wow, no opinions here today. I'm gonna leave it all to me. I'm talking myself into the Ren, though, honestly. 0 Rens. I'm going to go with Ren. I never said this was a democracy. I was just curious what chat thought. I am cutting lands in a sense. I'm going to go with 16. So I don't know if you're joking, but I am going to go 16. That's fair, Timber. Yeah, I suppose my opponents could abstain. Conflict of interest. Weird. Why does it want blue? I must have some. Oh, it's Kiora. So $12.4. I think that's good. Look at me. Simple. Export without set information. That's how we do that. Glade. Oh, sorry. Thanks. Yes. Glade. I forgot my duels. And we're not even doing anything else. Do you want to do a thicket for cycling? Nah. I think I want to be... I don't want EDB tapped. But we'll do that. Let's go deck building. All right, I like these kind of cube decks. I'm a Timmy Johnny at heart, and ramp feels like both. You know, the ramping cleverly is the Johnny part, and then you get to do Timmy things with the result. Down here. Yeah, I guess ramp is pretty spiky. It's nothing too special about it, but it feels rule breaky. I guess that's where I'm coming from on the Johnny part, you know? It feels like you're twisting the rules around. Oops, let's crack. What do I gotta do? Look at what you're doing to my... What's with the hazy? Why do the cards look like that? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, we just need this then. There we go. Oh, because it's thinking it's standard? Oh, here, let's oh, it's, yeah. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Limited. It wasn't showing up for a second. Okay. Yeah, that looks much better. Whew. Trying to come up with a Johnny Ramp joke. Johnny Knoxville goes on a lot of ramps. That's nice and obscure. I think it maybe defaulted to it because we have alchemy cards. Oh, this. Mama's Lotus sleeves before I forget. Here, that's Johnny. Nice. I'm hoping to get a bunch out the door soon. Let's go with Pokelands today. I'll just do it myself. I think we're okay without the Gilded Lotus. I like that our ramp is on the cheaper side. I like that. Evil Knievel's good too. You can buy land styles. Yes, absolutely. They're happy to sell you some. I mean, yeah, it's not just a smorgasbord of everything at all times, but is it not sleeves? Bundles? It's usually in bundles. Because you get like, yeah, here you go. These are snow covered, I guess, but those are interesting. They would be in the bundles. Here we go. These are cool. Maybe 6 wins could pick up some of this swag for chat, but let's make them earn it. Alrighty, I gotta get my opponent list and we'll get going. Thanks for hanging, gang. Glad to have you here. Thanks to the competitors. Thanks to the mods for working it all out, making it so easy for me. Saitama up first. One Punch Man incoming. Wait. 40 40 card best of one challenge. Oop, let's get the right deck. Almost screwed that up. Very Alexis to get the trolliest lands possible. Huh, interesting downride. I don't know. OPK, this is a very tension-filled day for chat. A lot of things pulling chat in a lot of different directions. My course is clear. Where you're rooting is up to you. Figure it out. Some people try to sabotage me with advice. Let's see. Hop into game day. Okay, backing out. Gonna do a quick restart. Here we go. I'm gonna let Saitama restart as well, since that is the dual restart is the so far the thing that I think is 100% worked. I'm sure Hat appreciates that. Look, Hat appreciates that. I'm keeping an eye on our side chat here, and when Saitama is back online, I can get it queued up, I guess. Do you actively maintain multiple cubes? Any cubes? I have cubes, but it's hard for me to say at this point that I actively maintain them. I've got cubes that have not been updated in quite a while. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. The voodoo failed us? I like that. Alexis, the damaged card cube, for sure. All these GP stamped cube. I do have a vintage cube, but I am considering dismantling it and getting the parts out of here and stored in oh, lowercase. Is that where I'm wrong? I think we figured it out. All right, no problem. At least we but again, really, wizards. case sensitive challenging? You've got a suffix. You've got the #5 number suffix. You don't need case sensitivity on top of that. Jeez. Look at that. That should not be how that works. Come on. Yeah, I'll write up the spec and you get right on it, okay, Alexis? All right, looks good. Ranger class is tempting, but especially with another 2-drop, I just like running out the Paradise Druid so that we can 2-spell next turn. We can even go Beanstalk Giant Ranger class next turn. I like that the best. Get over here. Pierced! Alright. I guess I could have played around the Pierce with like the Ranger class play, but I was in make 'em have it mode there. Obviously. And still okay here. Ramp on ramp. We will play the... Ranger class and Shaman here, both fine. We even get to leave the Paradise Druid up and protected. I should have thought of my sequencing there, because if Saitama has more like a sensor type card, like I wanted to resolve the Ranger class more than the Shaman, so I should have led with the Ranger class. Well, there's 2 ways to think about it. If they got a hard counter, you might want to lead with the thing to try and get them to use it. And also, am I... oh yeah, I can enable emotes. Do I just attack here? I don't really need the ramp right now, so I'm gonna risk it for the damage. And I'll turn on emotes as carefully as I can. Yeah, so interesting. Sensor in hand must not have had blue mana up. Did I miss a lack of blue mana? Interesting that... Oh yeah, I have misclicked concede before. That sucks, but this is still fine. In fact, just do this. Oh, I had pay 1. Sorry. I wasn't aware of my own mana, I guess. That's right, because then I attacked to tap out. Sorry. I remembered myself tapped out, but that's because I attacked with my mana dork. I'm gonna not put all my eggs in one basket here. A lot of big stuff can happen here. We look advantaged, but against 4 cards in these colors and that much mana, like anything could happen here. I like this though. Idle on top. We can even send the wolf here with the 4 power. So let's start there. And gargle. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with decay. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more creature tokens, you may transform this into an artifact that says creature tokens you control lose all abilities and are 3/3s. Hey, so many words. I look away for a second and so many words. This is going to be awesome. We've got 4 to dump into it, so we could make a 4/5 and just trade off with the Gear Hulk. And then we attack with a 5/5 that cannot be blocked successfully. I mean, this can't block at all. Could also send the wolf first, see how Saitama wants to handle that, and then follow. Let's start with that. Great. That's what I was hoping to happen. Now we eat the poppet and looks great. And I think I could leave the Paradise Druid hexproof, but I'll just get maximum Bob here. We need one of our play lands off the top along Ranger class, and then we just speed through the top of our library. There's a book called Maximum Bob. It just kind of came to my head because I read a book called Maximum Bob. Feels like it should be a thing, though, right? Oh, well, I just know it as a book title. Apparently, it's an English idiom. Oh, it's actually a TV show, too? Okay, well, there you go. So it even works! I just instinctively knew it was actually good. All right. Hydra swings in nicely here. Let's start there. I feel in good shape, but, you know, Scry Top, like, just these colors can make a comeback. I mean, it's Cube. Any colors can make a comeback if they've got some big spell action. And look at all this mana. A keep and a ton of mana. What is One Punch Man going to do? If this is nothing, we can attack and win. We're getting a little floody here. It is quite suspicious given the keep. That being said, how do we not swing away? Like, okay, let's say we put a counter on, like, the idol, and then Bob, One Punch Man gets the Hydra, and then we still get in for a lot of damage. So yeah, we're gonna do it. This is very suspicious, but what are we to do? And the answer is yes, you absolutely can flood in, because, like, look at it. We do not want land, and yet that is what we are getting. And we'll throw the counter on the idol. Yeah, maybe it's supposed to put it on the druid. Like, assuming this gets eaten, like we'd rather, I guess, have a 2/2 remaining than a 2/1 is what I'm thinking. But Epiphany, like the 6 mana. Yeah, that could do some work, huh? And it looks like, feels like what is being measured up in a way, huh? Yeah, it feels like that's what it is. Good call, Pablo. Ah, Opus, another big one. All right, well, Hydra's at least gets to trade. We had to make him do it, right? I don't know if we just hold back there. I think we just had to do that. I just feel like we're really getting thwarted by our lack of chapter 3, level 3 getting us there. At least seeing Saitama scry to the bottom is nice. But now we're up against 3 cards and a 4/4 to our empty board, and we're drawing a land. This is not great. If we get a bunch of creatures, a couple of creatures in a row, though, we could cast all of them, so... Yeah. We felt ahead for a long time, but I never got cocky about it, because it's Cube. Your fortunes can change with one 8-mana Haymaker. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. We need like 8 mana's worth of creatures all stacked on top. All right, that's an interesting start for sure. I'm not even going to play the land yet. I'm going to do this. And do this, sure. And this. Still feeling like we're the underdogs now. Yeah, noting what's being discarded is important. It wasn't the worst turn, no, but it didn't feel... I don't feel like we're doing powerful enough things to overcome how powerful Saitama is being right now. We are being outpowered turn over turn, for sure. And that's just an insult. We know might be Cura. Five life and growing, though. You know, it was 3 when the Celestis hit. It's true, Millionaire, although I've survived several punches now. What a tank for Saitama. Huh. All right, let's play land. Well, we get to draw that, I suppose. Vandal hits enchantments. Do we even have the Vandal, though? I thought we took something else. We don't have the Vandal. Clexitude. See if that lands. Countered. Okay, that's a start. Klex is gonna probably trade off with Gaunty, but I'm sending it all. And I'll throw the... Well, just loses is a strong thing to say against 5 mana and 3 unknown cards. Yeah, I should probably put counters on. Like make it an 8/8. It just feels like that's putting eggs in basket. I'm assuming that Vorinclex doesn't survive this attack, so I'm going to assume that and put it here. Brutal. I was ready for 1 piece of removal, but 2 is just rough. That's our key. Yeah, that's why I'm calm. I'm not tilted. Happiness is the delta between expectations and reality, and I have never once felt sure of anything in this game. As soon as Saitama had a fistful of cards and 6 mana and Grixis colors, it was like, hope we get there, and we still might. Interesting game. Continues. This is scary as heck, though. Artoski's not supposed to die, though. That's some absolute BS. It says right there that it's indestructible. I don't know what Saitama's oopsing about. Maybe we'll find out. Yeah, maybe they didn't know they had to discard, but it still seems like... Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess... But when you discard a Demonic Tutor and keep another card, that's something. That is something. Hello. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 6, 7, 8. Oh, we can do it all. What about... I'm not going to do Shieldred right now. Well, again, Demonic Tutor... Well, maybe... Saitama's oopsing because the plan was to tutor up an answer for our hand, but in that case, what was kept here? Still something enough. But in that case, why not keep the tutor? Or do you have to... Maybe I should read the card. No, you could just discard the card from the spell book if you had an answer in the deck, though, right? I'm still, yeah, we understand that's the oops. What I don't understand is why, and this is the mystery of Magic. I don't understand why yet Saitama holding the card in hand was better than keeping the tutor. That's the question. Oh, tutor was the card from the spellbook, of course. Thank you, gang. I was thinking that was probably in the draft, but yes, that makes total sense. In fact, does that mean, is that what the A22 on it is? That means it was the card created by that? Gotcha. Okay, that makes some sense. That makes some sense. So then, well, this has trample as well. And making a couple of tramplers seems pretty cool. And we can even potentially get, like, and if they get the, I guess if they get the mutate, if they kill the visionary, it doesn't have haste. But let's, I'm going to try it. Right. Doesn't change the situation, but it gives us more information that the card in hand is better for Saitama than the demonic tutor. We can, let's see, does it have, we can make our own 3/3 token, which on this board maybe seems better. Just kill a land and get a 3/3? Or do we desperately need to kill something over here? Like, the Celestius is good, but I don't know if it's give him a 3/3 to get rid of it good. I'd rather give ourselves a 3/3. Although we're closing in, well, it's not about the mana, it's about the benefits of day-night flipping, right? So that's what I was thinking there, but we'll just do this. Could play Sheoldred, but we're going to leave that as our backup plan and try to get there here, but I don't know. This feels like Saitama oopsed and everything, but I still do not feel great about this. Gonna leave the 3/3 back. I mean, it's got summoning sickness, but would have anyway. All right, so we're still in decent shape. Because our decent shape, is it decent? I don't know how decent it is. It is attack in, though, right? I think we just have to accept this trade. Get him to 1. It's been very spicy for sure. All the scrying. It's all over but the scrying. Out of coffee. Incite panic. Ugh. It is so, like, you think, well, Saitama's got a top deck. They've got 4 scries and an extra draw. It's like, oh no. Oh no. Well, let's Emergent, and then maybe we come up with another thing to play. We can still Sheoldred, but nope, didn't shuffle into anything. All right. One time! Come on, get there, Sheoldred! Sheoldred, they let you come to me like 7th. Save me. Please, Sheldred. Please, Sheldred. It's my hair, Sheldred. Just save my hair. Oh, yeah, I should have offered the trade. That was really dumb. I forgot about my own ability. I mean, I knew they had me dead in the air. Damn it. And it cost me. That cost me. Wow. Dumb. Magic's hard. I forgot one thing on my board, and it cost me the game. One thing on my board, and it cost me the game. But that's all on me. It might not have cost me the game. I mean, Saitama had other cards, but it allowed that win. Yeah, I was dead anyway. That's true. They make the shark and block. Okay, I feel a little better, but not much. Because again, my feels about it are related to how mentally in sync with the game I am. And so actually, I just feel worse because I misread it twice. Nonetheless, failing to even see the thing to think about is the thing that, makes me go, darn it. I screwed up. So whether it cost me the game or not, I screwed up.
He's dead, sir.
That man's dead back there.
Must be dead. He was worse than dead. His brain is gone.
Yeah. It's either how we learn or how we remind ourselves that we're never going to. You know what I mean? At some point, I just learn that I am incapable of retaining all bits of magic information at once, and just I've learned to accept more than anything else. That was a great game. It was a great game. No complaints there. All right, Timber. Take it out on Timber, because that's how that always works. All right, another great start. How great is it? Isn't that mainly a function of you interacting with us, though? Yeah, sure. I play perfectly when I'm not streaming. I see everything. We have done the math, and it looks like streaming hurts me a little bit. The last time we checked, streaming is more of a harm than a help, but not by much. But I'm certainly full of mistake-riddled when not streaming as well. Druid, Haven, you could make a case for either, really. This places a body down, but I mean, Timber's no dummy. He's going to attack into my Druid, so it doesn't really matter here since I'm not blocking, but... So, what do we want to do with this? Just Oracle, I suppose. Make Timber deal with this Oracle or be in a world of hurt. No land on top sucks, though. Design note. This is old school style from Zendikar, Oracle of Moldiah, and eventually the Centaur from Born of the Gods that did something similar. They did it as play with the top card of your library revealed. The real problem with that from a design standpoint is that it gives, if both players have that going, both players start to have perfect information about what's in each other's hand. So not only does it take away the special perfect information feel that Magic doesn't want to give, it's also it is brain overload. Like when you as a player know all 5 cards and they know all of your cards, the brain twists you start going through of trying to think through everything is kind of worse for the game. Anyway, sorry. We'll move this on. Yeah, this could be the Angel Maker for sure. All right, good thing we got land off the top there and there. This card is so good. We can ride. We could even, if we Haven, we end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could Haven and Gargaroth and set up for Rider next turn. Or Sheldred next turn. I'm going to do that. We drop Sheldred, and if Sheldred dies but isn't exiled, we can Null Priest Sheldred back if that plan starts to fail us. I'm going to go ahead and play the Forest and send the Gargs. Try to get some action out of Timber before we plot the rest of our turn. I just feel like I want to go cards for days here. A Beast is effectively a card. Unlikely that we're seeing sweepers from a deck that is clearly creature-based. Yeah, that's true. With Oracle, we potentially... In fact, maybe I shouldn't have played that land first, knowing that I could draw. More sequencing stuff. Yeah, good point. So let's draw a card and try to get land underneath. But if there's land, then it's me screwing up and having consequences again. That looks good. Well, I'm a little worried about sweepers now, given how... But with, again, with the Null Priest behind, I'm fine dropping Sheldred here. If there's a board wipe, I'm going to talk to Timber about how you... Like, I don't play Dauntless, Bodyguard, and Wrath of God in the same cube deck, generally. But maybe Timber has a different take on it, right? But I'm going to make him have it because I do have the Null Priest to... Yeah, that's true. It could be a Doomscar that's just, hey, why not play it? But again, I almost want it, because if Timber taps out to Wrath, we get to Null Priest Sheldred back in as our next move, and that's going to be trouble for Timber. Although they don't have to sack anything because they won't have anything. Anyway, yeah, they would probably chump if they had a board wipe too. Anyway, I'm gonna make Timber show us a wipe, especially because we have a plan A. We have plan B. Hi, Charmy. Great game one that slipped away from me. I got a nice aggressive start, but the Grixis noose tightened and I could not escape it. All right. Sure. Land me up. Murderous Rider they know about. Kind of like forcing some double blocks, although if we offer Sheldred, they triple. But then we could still just Null Priest it back, right? So I like sending Sheldred and Oh, Swamp Walk. Yeah, never mind. Can't even be blocked. But I don't even mind if they try to trade off for it because of our Null Priest, you know. But Swamp Walk. Look, as if you needed reminders that this is not a reading stream. I'm gonna keep drawing. So certainly using our 6 on a Angel and this, even though it can be recast, it can't be recast this turn. So this looks good. Four forests in a row is a lot easier to take with an Oracle of Moldiah in play. And now I could Fauna Shaman, but I almost want to Fauna Shaman away Fauna Shaman. I'm going to play it, though. I think we should play out the hand effectively, leaving up the double swamp for the Murderous Rider. But I'm going to leave the Null Priest as our backup plan. But other than that, the sieve feels correct. Draco Lich, playable. Lotlith, probably going to eat a Murderous Rider. It's one reason I like this card so much. A big tip of Cube. What is your plan to deal with Planeswalkers? And if it is attack them, you better be a low-to-the-ground aggro deck. I like having something in the deck that just reaches out and snaps off a Planeswalker.
My power is for annihilation.
Do we need to, though? Do we have, because Sheoldred's Swamp Walk can just do that for us, but we're really just looking to try and win the game here. If we take out a spider, they have 2 blockers for 3 creatures, then it looks lethal. I'm actually just going to go for the, or not even the spider, I'll go for the vampire here. Because this looks like lethal, especially with the idol attacking as well.
We will slay our enemies.
And that doesn't do anything for us now anyway, so we'll fire up. Wait, I'll just make sure it's the way I want it. Fire up this idol. And we're just going to swing away straight at Timber.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
All right. Dodge the 1-mana Settle. That would be a powerful Magic card. I think she's Switzerland when it comes to that. Diabolos, here we go. Oh yeah, we can try. You wanna try that? I said I would. Sure. Let's experiment with the new card just for funsies. I don't think this is like the correct. Like it's a little bit Swords are generally for small creature aggro decks where you're looking to get some oomph for your smaller creatures to close out a game. They become a little win more when you're trying to win off Hornet Queens and Sheoldreds and Vorinclex. It's just like not a card you need. But the hair is safe, so we're going to explore what a Soul Stealer Axe plays like. Yeah, I'm openly saying this is not correct for this deck. I believe this lowers our win percentage, but for science and trying out a new Magic card, I'm willing to at least give it a chance to show up. And we're gonna cut what for it? Yeah, I can do a 41 card special too. Sure, you've convinced me. Although it's 16 card 41, but so much ramp. We're fine. We're fine. Yeah, I don't know if Swords is in the cube. I think it even wouldn't have saved it, though. I guess Swordsing Sheoldred maybe keeps them alive, though. Yeah, you're right. That would have been an out if it's in the cube. According to my memory, anyway. Yeah, we can switch and try that black card you wanted to play, Alexis, or at least that you said, hey, draft that. Nice. Nothing new on one, so we'll play this tapped. Alright. Maybe this, I said nice, but you know, when your green deck has nothing to do on 2, maybe it's not nice. But it was acceptable because any land gets us a really nice taking off point from there. But definitely a problem that we did not spend on 2. And at least you can't take both of our ramp spells, so yeah, you got our Visionary, but we got and that it was the correct choice, obviously. We're gonna play this and ramp to that Gargaroth, but
Consider this. Consider this.
Paradise Druid showing up a little bit late here. I'm gonna Gargaroth rather than play a ramp spell. Yeah, Force Spike would be Shakehead. I don't think so. It's not in the key. It's not online, is it? I don't think there's a 1 mana answer there. Did not get the Vorinclex attack, but we've got swing away with these 2. Do we want to hold this back? I don't think we're playing the Hydra. Probably just doing Paradise Druid anyway. So I'm going to send both. Draw a card. Unless we want to play this post-combat. If we draw a land, I'm gonna go for damage here. Definitely want some ramp here. We can make that happen. I don't remember the first matchup now. Yeah, I guess so. We got overcome by Grixis in the first match. I swamp walked to win in the second. Here's a swamp in the third, and we have swamps as well. But this looks like a splash at best. Maybe. I don't know. Could just be... Yeah, it looks like... hard to say Inquisition of Kozilek is a splash, huh? We were certainly not heavy on our component there. I'm feeling less inclined to overcommit to this board, although, like, yeah, like there's a part of me that just wants to try and go ahead and ask this question, but we can attack I mean, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, this threatens lethal. I should just do that. And then if they stop it, I'll play the idol and we'll keep rebuilding, right? So maybe if we're just sure that this is not going to work in terms of lethal, we don't send the druid, and then we have 5 mana potentially to spend. But on what? I'm going to crash in. And I'm going to keep drawing. I could make creatures, but I feel like I'm worried about a Wrath anyway. I'm not going to add creatures to the board. I'd rather draw a card, which helps us protect against Wrath. And here, what do we want to pitch? Hornet Queen I'm going to pitch, because then we can just Null Priest it back. Although we probably just want to Null Priest Vorinclex back? Interesting. But we could hard cast this, so I'm going to ditch the Queen. Although, frankly, with that land and the Guardian Idol, we can also hard cast the Queen. But this seems fine here. At 2, I like playing the Idol because it's both ramp and it's 2 damage if we just want to attack with it. I'm not going to play out more, though. Again, a little bit worried about a sweeper. There's no need to overcommit with a hasty trampler and Oppo at 2. And so there you go. We got there.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
GG. All right, Cardlinger. Here we go. Looks like Cardlinger and I have both sent and we're not pairing. So, should we just back this off? Looks like it. Capitals, check. Everything's, everything looks correct on the capitalization. So let's do a restart. My cancel didn't even work there, so we'll see what it even looks like when I come back in. Yeah, Charmy, I got a couple now. Double saved. Yeah, see, this is weird. I can't even, like... Oh, wizards. Fallback plan could be to play this out on a different account. I can just load this deck into a different account if we need to. This is awkward. I'm gonna give it one more, although now I don't even know how to, like, I can't even get into a different account. If it auto logs me on and then puts me into a holding screen, I don't know what to do about it. All right. Whew. Let's just try again. All right, the voodoo worked again if you can clear the loading screen. Hey, well, we got the axe. We get to axe a question here. Druid even says you can't kill it. That's funny. We get to learn something right away. Go away, animation. What? Just trying to see what was played. All right, Swamp. Gonna go Fauna Shaman. Nah, we're just gonna go Druid. What am I thinking? It's fancy play to do anything else. Boom. Tithed. So there is a Force Spike online. It's just in white. We'll go Bestiary here, and then just start drawing cards back. I like Shaman, probably pitching the Hornet Queen if we don't find the tools to ramp to it, and then maybe we find the tools to... Ooh, hello. We have land. I'm going to keep that. Maybe a little greedy. But we get to draw here. That's not the worst. Isn't your elixir coffee? Tribunal after the Bestiary. Oh no, you want to take that? That's cool. Sequence, I'm gonna scry down. I'd rather just draw actual land. No, let's see, I can go Willow Haven, still cast Augur, so I'll do that. Although it means I don't draw off of Augur, so maybe I won't do that. Let's draw off of Augur. There we go, it's all fine. We'll play this. I'm going to scry this down. We're trying to use Augur to get our land value here. Here we go. Do we need Murderous Rider? Because if I play this off the top, we don't get Rider. Engine is a bit scurry, but we can't do much about it yet. Could axe, but that's we'll try that later. I don't think we need to. I think we can go a turn without the rider, so I'm going to go ahead and play the land. Ooh, that's interesting. Can I play a small creature and draw this? That wouldn't. Let's see. If I play. Nah, there's nothing I can draw off the Gargaroth, which is fine, but I don't get to actually just play the thing. But that's a fine place to go here. Value engines on each side. One of them is actually named engine, though. Five, 6, so 7 coming up. We can queen next turn. Oh, Queen Dragon's doing well. out there living her best life. So scary. But we're gonna have some chumps. Okay, so that's a little interesting. At 7 mana, we can just drop a Hornet Queen and lock up the air a bit. I'd like to try and get him under 22. One way I could do that is Murderous Rider or Predator to get one of them tapped, and then we'll at least trample through. And I could... Yeah, that doesn't get it down to... That's if they block with everything, which we don't know is going to happen anyway. I think I'm overthinking, and I should just play the Hornet Queen here. Although we can't draw with it, which is too bad. But maybe that's just being greedy at this point. Cards aren't the issue. Could still send... I should still have worked out whether I'm sending this Garg or not. I'm gonna... like... I think so. I am. I should have done this. I should have done this before combat, but I like this. I mean, I should have attacked before Hornet Queen, not before combat. You know what I mean. I shouldn't have done that before combat. Yeah, reasonable. Oh, I forgot about... Where was that point from? Did I do that? Oh, it's from the Midnight Reaper. Cool. So many words on cards. Like, all these cards have words on them, and you gotta remember it all. It just seems unlikely. Great. Now I can Hydra and fight that thing if Cardlinger doesn't come up with another creature to protect it. Or just Rider it. So. So. I like Rider the Predator. Although I may save that for a Planeswalker and just Hydra the Predator. Seek for lands. What do you mean seek? Oh, I'm trying. Didn't know what you meant. Yeah, you can't joke with me on without a wink, or I'm like, what? I'll take it seriously. Let's Hydra. I kind of want Oracle plus Hydra. Like, we only need Hydra. Well, I'll throw the Hydra out. Oh, Axe ability. Yeah. Gotcha. Sorry, I was confused. Again, many words on these cards, and this is not a reading stream. I kind of like X is 3. We spend 5 here. Then we have 2 more plus a land drop. We can Beanstalk Giant. I want more action more than I'm worried about extra counters on this thing. I just want to make sure this thing is dead. Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. Ooh, and I'll draw. Yeah, let's draw. Hard not to draw. And then we can drop this. I could even do this, but I don't want to. I'd rather do this. Oh, Hat just wrecking my reputation here. I've read so much today and it still hasn't been enough. I've still had reading fails and memory fails. Rankle not so bad for us with all these Death Touch flyers, although the haste is annoying. Well, target acquired for the Murderous Rider. But, in effect, damage already done. We'll keep that, though. Let's do this now. And what do we got in the yard? We've got Gargaroth, we've got Hornet Queen. I'm just looking at this Null Priest and thinking that could be good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So if I cast the Null Priest with Kicker, I can actually draw the card. I'm going to do that. And because the ground is going to get clogged with zombies, I'm going to go up in the air here. Pretty control-y deck. I'm not putting it outside of Wrath range. A lot of times a Golos deck wants to Wrath things and then drop the Golos, so Wrath and then start making the zombies. This is not over yet by any stretch. That's Cube for you. Again, I never feel like I have it until they're out of cards and can see the lethal. So much value to be had too with the engine waiting. Ugh. We had a pick of Skysov over, was it? It might have even been Skysov versus the Hornet Queen, right? Make way for the SOV. Well, it doesn't have indestructible, right? Let's send in even Ranger class first. I kind of want to... Wow, there's so many things to do. I'm going to go Oracle first. Bearer. That, I'm gonna deck myself. Jeez. What about just Vorinclex swing? I don't know. There's so many good things to do. I'm just a little bit lost. And like this axe sitting here saying, weren't we gonna try me? What about me? Eh. Menace. Yeah, I don't care if the Null Priest dies. Yeah, I'm sending it all. I don't care. Go ahead, Crackback. Do your worst. So now Cardlinger kind of needs a Wrath? I don't know. They're alive at 3 thanks to the egg. That was another close pick where we chose not to take Kaya.
If you want a job done right, hire the best.
Hornet tokens! Oh yeah, right. Vorinclex is like... Sorry. Alright. Looks like it's ours. Wait, I gotta actually see this now. We're at 14. All right, for style points, we're gonna keep that. As long as we're sitting here making legal Magic plays. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have put the axe on. Darn it. I'm sorry. That means the axe stays in. But to be clear, and to exemplify exactly why Alexis and I were like, this does not belong in this deck, we cast this on turn 1, and all it was worse than a mulligan, because it was a mulligan that cost us 1 mana. I'll still leave it in, though.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
With that loss, shopping comes off the table. So Willy Wonka tells you what you're going to get in your shopping trip today. Yeah, Vorinclex just accidentally is like, oh yeah, that's right, it hoses, that's right, Planeswalkers, right. Zealous Thoughts up next. Funny mama. Has Zealous submitted? Oh, wait, maybe? We got there. All right. It's ready to queue up my restart finger. Well, we finally did not get the play. I think we got in the play in all 4 of our matches. Is that right? That's not hurt my chances today. Oh, did it load the wrong deck or something? What happened? It crashed out. All right, let's try again. Let's do a restart just to be sure. If it's being weird, I'm going to do a restart. When all else fails, do the voodoo. All right, here we go. Second try. Well, I got the playback. Hand isn't as good, but it's good enough. We'll keep. Still got Haven on 2. Ramp towards that Vorinclex. Ooh, Ranger class on 2 is also possible. We can just Ranger class on 4 and do both sides of it then. Or on 3, because we'll have 4. Although Kiora gets us to Vorinclex, so we'll think about that. Maybe I just go Kiora. Yeah, and actually extra mana, right? Because we get to untap this, so that's cool. We'll do that.
Krakens, leviathans, octopuses, serpents. Oh, I love
Not that
them
it
all.
matters here.
Let's
We get
moving.
the Fauna Shaman either way, or the Ranger class. I guess we'd rather have Ranger class. Because I would trade off a potential Ranger class token. Maybe, we'll see. At least get in front of that Serpent. Woof. I'll take that.
One drop ripples and grows.
Could go after the Planeswalker, but Vorinclex prevents the plus, and the minus can't really happen. It just lowers the... It gets rid of the +1/+0 effect, which is something. I'm just going to go to face for now. we'll see if we need... I don't think we need to deal with Domri, but of course, if green-red is going to have a tough time with a 6/6. That's what I'm thinking. So, yeah. If an opponent would put... if you would put one or more counters on a permanent or a player, put twice, and if an opponent would... So if you try to do this, it doesn't get any loyalty and nothing happens. They can still plus? Maybe it still lets them ramp, they just don't get the counter. Okay, well in that case I will go after the Planeswalker. I don't want to let Zealous Thoughts have more ramp, so we'll just get rid of it. Now, so many things we could do with 8 mana. Probably just going to, we can do everything basically. We get to, or you can even do it this way.
Nature flows with vigor.
Not this. And then this. Yes. Ruin Blaster, not on a not on a dual land, so that worked out. 1, 2, 3, 4. We actually have. Let's just be super rude, shall we? Yeah, we can do. You know, Polly is kind of rude. Polly is kind of rude, but I think we should just go for the soups. Although, do we have... Oh, we don't have a second black. I almost embarrassed myself. No, we do it if we do it this way. So do we have it, though? Yeah, with Vorinclex is pretty rude. I was just going to get Sheldred. But maybe I'm overthinking which thing to be rude about. Since I don't have easy access to second black, we'll just do Polly. Just. And we can still shaman away the Gargaroth and get Sheldred for next turn. That seems fine. Can even play the Gargaroth this turn, though. So, gosh, or we can untap and fight. This is all just like, how do you want to win, kind of. I think I'm going to untap the swamp so that we can fight if we need to.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
I mean, I can just put it on the Trampler, but I like the extra oomph here. All right. Well, now we'll play this. Hold up the Polukranos Punch, and then and pass. I don't think Embercleave doesn't do it with Polly having a fight in response.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
All right, I got the week. Let's see how much I can rub it in. Yeah, that X is doing great work. It's my one hand tied. It's one card tied behind my back. '41 card. It's a 41st card too. It's just the ultimate. The ultimate whatevers. How's it going, Doctor? Doctor sent. Okay, looks like we are restarting again. Lesai. I'm gonna not... I think, oh, this is exactly what happened last time, too. Like, I'm gonna need to restart twice, I think. If last time is any indication. Hey, Luca. Welcome, Lolaman viewers. You've caught us at the tail end of the chat gauntlet. We're doing a preview of the Decathlon Cube. It's using unaltered versions of those cards. We're not using the rebalanced versions of the cards, but we are using the cube otherwise. Happy New Year! Is it midnight where you're at yet, or is it closing in on it? Right on. Go have some fun. Come on, Arena. That's the start. Then you show us our opening hands. Hey, for Lola viewers who don't know me, my name is Ryan Spain. I co-created Limited Resources with Marshall Sutcliffe before spending 7 years at Wizards of the Coast working in R&D on Magic and Magic Online, and then another couple years on the Arena team working on this very game right here. Well, we have a first. This is the first time the restart voodoo didn't actually work. Usually when both sides restart, we don't have a problem. I'm going to give it one more try. One more restart, though, Doctor. Oh, Doctor, did you not restart? Are we still 100% on the voodoo? Both sides have to restart. Yeah, if you do a lot of friend challenge, we have found that when you have trouble pairing, if both sides restart, it works out. Battling viewers is always fun. There's a bet on the line. It's already settled this week. I got 4 wins, so in our 7-game set, I'm going to take it at least 4-3. We'll see how it goes the rest of the way. Aha! Both sides got to restart, then it works. Ooh, this is tough. We've got... Man, if we're up against aggro, this could be brutal, but I am going to be greedy and keep because of this Kiora into... Well, maybe this is too greedy to keep. We don't even have black for this yet. We could go Kiora into the key. Yeah, this is sad, but I think I've changed my mind. If I stack my deck and got, oh, I can put a swamp on top, you know, I don't know. It's just, it's not, too much has to go right. Let's mulligan this. Okay, we'll keep this. This is this axe that we've put in as a 41st card for science. This really doesn't belong in this deck, newcomers, but we are trying it for fun. And we're going to keep, and it's not going to be very fun because we're actually going to send it away now. Chance we play a Hydra next turn if it can pick something important off, but probably not. Yeah, that's the trouble. This can't even pick that off. We could play it to do something, and then we would have a 2/3. That's like the saddest voracious Hydra of all time. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Not gonna do it. Although I could. Should I do it? Would you do it? I mean, it blocks the spirit. Maybe I'm just not being the grown-up I need to be here. Take my medicine, play a generic 2/3 in cube, and try to survive against what looks to be an aggro deck from Doctor. All right. This is loathsome, but I am going to do it. Toski with Trample doesn't suck either. Although that does. Probably just going to do a Key to the Archive here now. Ramp and maybe do something special next turn. Time Warp. Not the best Time Warp spot here, really, but it never sucks. But Electrolyze might just do more work here, or even the Helix, huh? Oh, we can do it all. The key lets you. The key gives you the mana too. That's the trick. The key is the key. Electrolyze kills and draws though. Probably. You know, if Time Warp really for us is draw a card, might as well kill a creature and draw a card. So as crazy it is to ship a potentially busted card like Time Warp, I'm going to take the Electrolyze. Yeah, any combination. Becomes a good target. You know, if you've got artifact hate, picking this off and stranding a card they got from it is good times. So is Charming Princing your token maker. I like that a lot. No blocks. Hey, Klex. Could just Klex it up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can just Toski and Electrolyze. That's even better. But I should Electrolyze first. And I guess we take out the Spirit over the 3/2 Illusion. This has the bigger potential to get us. The key is the key. Toski or Visionary? I kind of like Toski because we have Vorinclex next turn. And it uses all our mana. And we don't really need the ramp. This is more for the card draw at this point. If we send here, we just trade off for that 3/2. No good. Yeah, like the one block from the indestructible. Non-creature. Well, that's not what we're trying to do, so we're not going to lose Vorinclex to that. Could still be countered. This doesn't say can't be countered, but let's make him have it. Stroking, stroking. Do I have a meme for that somewhere in here? It's got to be a disdainful stroke meme somewhere. Oh well. Insert your own meme here. Well, that was a big counter. Had to make the doctor have it. The doctor had it, and now we are a little up against it. All sorts of fun tricks there. We're just going to get flooded with 3/2 tokens, but hopefully we get big enough on the ground that that's not where we lose this game. We haven't done it yet, but hopefully we get big enough on the ground. Yorian Prince is some busto shiznit. And this is where our lack of interaction is tough. We got a lot of raw power, but not a ton of interaction. That helps. That kind of does some interaction level stuff. These 2/2s just aren't getting it done, though. This can at least get our Vorinclex back. Like, we could out-muscle them. I just think we're going to lose in the air. Like, one of our problems is we need reach. Like, I don't have anything to stop the flyer. Much less the 3/2s that are also kind of oppressive here. So what do we do? Now we got to give up a Hydra. And 4, 5, 6, 7. We get the Shieldred even if we lose like a Visionary. So I'm also going to offer a Visionary, but I think we need Oracle to have a chance. But maybe that's not the case. Yeah, actually, I think actually to have a chance, we need to just cast Shieldred and hope it works. Yeah, I have it in the deck, but I'm at 7 life and it's not here, so it doesn't help me right now. Bravo, Doctor. Love the plan over there. And now it doesn't even matter, like, I mean, well, whatever. I'll make sure we're not dead, but this doesn't look good for us. Yeah, we're dead. All right. Good job, Schnuffy.
Is this a dead man, Doctor? Very dead, Mr. Spock.
Schnuffy trying to make this interesting. I was trying to make it a 6-1 blowout. No blowout. 5-2 is not really a blowout. I think you need 6-1 for the blowout. But it could be super tight. Comes down to Rob. Can Rob make it as close as it can get? Or do I have a nice, solid 5-win week? Will we have to restart? No?
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Yeah, I didn't have any of my interaction ready, so that was going to be tough. Here we have a nice keep again, and we're on the plate again. That's been my big secret sauce all day. Wolfhaven on 2 into Ranger class, activate on 3, or Guardian Idol, but Wolfhaven works fine. both of these could be countered, although we saw the Spell Pierce has already been played, so that's not going to be likely. But Ranger class into more ramp next turn sounds good too. Although maybe I should have done Idle, because then at least we have the chance of Wolf Willow Haven onto a land that hasn't been tapped yet. I should have given myself that chance. Looks like it's not going to matter, but I mean, it could have, yeah. Like, yeah, maybe I could have even done more here if I had played that better. I think we could have had more mana, so oh well. Missed that efficiency. But I like the Ranger class Idle plan here, that's fine. Land off the top, and we're cracking in with Vorinclex. And if not, probably just dropping a Garg. Also good. Rob shows us that he's a sociopath with the mill deck. Okay. We kind of knew that. Just confirmation. Let's see, play the Glade, do the class. I'm not going to send the Idol here into the open mana. I'll spread the love around on terms of counters. Bounce. Oh, I gotta find that one. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. You hold on. You wait. Just hold one. Hold on. Hold on. I'm into the Strixhaven. Did I pass it? No, wait. Hold on.
Behold! Behold! Whoa! Hell yes, whoa!
Uh-oh, scry to the top. Rob can't be scrying to the top. All right, I can live with that. Because here comes Gargs. Oh yeah, you deserve a Miller time, but I gotta find... Let's see, where is it? Oh, it's probably in here. I can find it in here. I'll do it here.
Welcome to Miller time. It's brewed here. It's yours and mine.
Hopefully Rob is just trying to figure out if there's any way to survive 12 points of trample plus a 3/3 plus Ranger class throwing potentially 1 or 2 additional counters around. It's up there. Miller time. I also like the various kick-its. How about...
Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
Well, showing us a lot of mana. I could also split it up here. But also, if this gets countered, this becomes a problem. Yeah. What could they have? We saw the, like it could be bounce, some sort of affect two things situation. Kind of into the open mana. I almost like just sending. Yeah, if it gets countered, we still have lethal. I'm just counting on it being counter plus. And it's like putting all our mana in. Although then we draw with Gargs. I'm gonna do it. All right.
I do my hair
The final toss.
Check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Right on, gang. You didn't bolt the bird, Rob, and then Vorinclex tapped you on the shoulder a couple times. Just one off. Oh, you were just like just a step behind in critical ways each turn. Not sure what that was about. I've already done this. Right on. That was fun. It's especially fun when I win 5 games, but it would have been fun even if I'd gone 1-6. Maybe even if I'd gone 0-7, but we'll see if I can keep my desalinated state if I ever go 0-7. That'll be my challenge, to take my 0-7 like a champ and laugh it off. Sublime Epiphany, yeah, that would have been we were trying to figure out what I was trying to, because like in the game against Saitama, got blown out a couple times, and one of them was by the Silmagar's command. So I was thinking about that. We were trying to think about that kind of stuff, Rob. Like, what 2+ creature affecting spells could you have? And yeah, add that 6 mana, and suddenly it opens up a whole new spectrum of things that you have to consider in a cube like that. Yeah, that interesting. Well, a fun one. Always love to cube with you all. Thank you so much for hanging out, and thank you, YouTube friends. Hope you enjoyed that one. Always fun to play against chat. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Hat. Thank you to all the mods and all the volunteers who do stuff here, modding on Twitch and at our awesome Discord. If you are interested in participating in the Gauntlet, just join the Discord. Join the Going Optimal Discord. All the pathway to Gauntlet starts with Discord, and there's some signage in there, some signposts that you can check out to learn more about this. Always fun to mix it up with chat. So thanks to everybody. This is the 31st of December here. Currently in the States anyway. It's crossing the timeline out there for others, but hopefully those of you watching live will have some wonderful New Year's Eve celebrations tonight. Have a great 2022, and hope 2021 didn't sting too much. Bye, gang.